Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 14 for the event professional prospects. In this example, we are going to study a male chart who is working in the IT sector. In this example, I'm going to focus on two events, and the last two events, important two events wherein he got change of job in the Jupiter Mahadasa. Change of jobs, there is no loss of job. How come the Jupiter is supportive for change of job in Jupiter Dasa, and which Bukti and which Antra are supportive for change of job, and why not in other Bukti or other Antras? That we have to check in. Because the connection between the key planets of the Dasa Lord and the Bukti Lord and the Bukti Lord to the Antra Lord. So the Bukti Lord should be supportive for change of job, and Antra should be also supportive for the change of job, and it should have the key planets, or it should be under the influence of the key planets of the Bukti Lord. Right? That is the basic rule. Even in the previous video also, we were talking about that. The same thing I'm going to explain in, another example wherein you can see that 5th house, 9th house will not be unfavorable because he's in IT, and the houses 5th house, 9th house will not be having any unfavorable grouping connected to that. No 8 and 12 is connected to 5th house or 9th house. So it will not be unfavorable, but rather it will be having favorable grouping also. It can support for change. Right? So that I'm going to discuss in this example now. Example 14, timing of event. Change of jobs we are going to discuss in this chart. This is the birth chart of that male native, born on 13th June 1989, 2:21 p.m. in Tamil Nadu. So let us have a general discuss on the birth chart before we go in detail on the analysis. This native is born in Virgo Lagna. So Lagna is Virgo Lagna, and 10th cusp is falling in the sign of Gemini. So 10th Lord is Mercury, Lagna Lord also Mercury, is posted in the sign of Venus, Taurus, in the 8th house as per the degree. Mercury in the sign of Venus, Venus is in the sign of Mercury. So both are in sign exchange. Venus is in the 9th house, Mercury in the 8th house. But lot of Lagna and 10th house is Mercury is connected to 9th house and also 8th house. Now that Mercury is conjoined with the Jupiter and also Sun. Jupiter is 4th Lord and 7th Lord. Sun is 12th Lord. Venus is 9th Lord and 2nd Lord. And Mercury is Lagna Lord and 10th Lord. So the Mercury 10th Lord is conjoined with the 4th Lord, 7th Lord and 12th Lord, and also connected to the 2 and 9. So these signification, they are not talking about 6, 10 or 11, but they are talking about the 9th house and 12th house, and also 1, 10 are favorable, but 9 and 10 are connected. It is supportive for the professions connecting to the abroad, or we can say into IT. Otherwise, that Mercury is not well connected to any favorable, planets by signification of 6th house, 11th house, they are not connected straight away. So, but it is connected to the Jupiter and Sun. This is good for the Mercury is getting some sort of significant planet, Jupiter and Sun, supportive for a notable job, we can say. Sign exchange with the Venus. That Venus is aspected by Saturn, 4th Lord, 6th Lord from the 3rd house. So that way it is supportive, but no significant role of 2, 6, 10, 11 are not present. And it is having that any unfavorable grouping planets are afflicting these planets, and that Mercury is connected to 12th house and 9th house, and even that 8th Lord Mars is not also influencing, no 8 and 12 grouping also present. So it is not bad, it is supportive, But these grouping are supportive for some changes and also supportive for profession connected to the communication or long distance or abroad related things. That way, we have studied that in general, that 10th Lord is not well posted, we can say, with the grouping, with the good house grouping, right? So now let us check the 10th ruler. Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus. 10th cusp is falling in the sign of Mercury. Star Lord is Jupiter and Venus. So these three planets, Mercury, Jupiter and Venus, they are connected to each other by way of conjunction, and also that sign exchange also. Mercury and Jupiter, they are all in this ninth, connected to the ninth house, and we discussed 10th house, ninth house are all well connected. So they are supportive for the type of profession is in IT. Mercury, Jupiter and Venus, they are all connected. So that Venus also in the star of Rahu. So the Rahu also important planet for such computer related, IT related, and Rahu also in the Aries sign in the fifth house, that is also supportive. So that way it is supportive for the type of profession. So now we have to check the self-significations of all 9 planets. I've already selected profession, all jobs. Let me check the self-significators and give the respective shades. Ketu occupying 11th house is good. But second planet, 12th lord, 9th occupant, 4, 8, 12 star lord, and 2, 6 cuspal sublord. Sun is 2 and 6 cuspal sublord is good. And being the 12th lord occupying 9th house, this is also supportive for the profession, abroad related profession and IT related profession. It is also favorable. And 8 and 12 is obstacles. Because of the 8 and 12, this 12 and 9 are getting unfavorable strength. Increased, and 2, 6 cuspal sublord is fine. So this is indicating mixed signification. So what we can do, Ketu is fine, but second planet is mixed. So we can give Ketu is a blue color because it is having favorable 11th house. But because of the second planet, we are giving blue. Venus, second lord, 9th lord occupying 9th house, 10th sublord. This you can see being the 10th sublord is good. Primary cuspal sublord key planet. Second lord, 9th lord occupying 9th house. This is good for the type of profession, but moving towards 10 is good. Otherwise, 299, it is indicating some mixed, we can say that, but because moving towards 10, it is favorable. So 2, 9, 9, 10, though 9th house are present, being the second lord, being the 9th lord, occupying 9th house, moving towards cuspal sublord 10th house, it is favorable. But since it is 9 and 9 is present, I am giving Venus is light green. If it was having 8th house or 12th house, then definitely we can give a pink shade also. Now Sun. Sun planet is 12th lord occupying 9th house. Already we discussed under Ketu. 12th lord occupying 9th house, 8 and 12, and 2 and 6 cuspal sublord. Suppose the cuspal sublord, it is not 2 and 6, then it will become, it is weak. But still it has got some weakness because of the 12 and 8 and 12. Being the 2 and 6 cuspal sublord, it is fine. So it is also a mixed key planet. So Sun we can give mixed one. And Moon. Moon is 11th lord occupying 12th house and 4th cuspal sublord. This is supportive. Definitely being the 11th lord occupying the 12th house. 12th house is supportive for the type of profession, abroad related profession, and 11, 12 and 4 is supportive. So we can give light green, not dark green because of the 12th house. And Mars, 3rd lord, 8th lord occupying 10th house. 3, 10 is good. 8 is indicating some weakness, but 10 is okay. But 159 star lord also not bad because this is supportive to the Lagna, but already the 8th house is there, that 159, it is indicating some weakness. More than that, 8 and 12 cuspal sublord is making this 8, 5, 9 and 8 and 12 grouping is unfavorable. If 8 and 12 is not there, it is not that much bad. It is, we can say it is having supportive significations with some weakness. But 8 and 12 making that unfavorable strength is more. Starting with the favorable, moving towards unfavorable. So this is also pink. But how to differentiate this and this? Sun is starting from, it is not unfavorable. 12th Lord occupying 9th house, the two for the type of profession and connected to Ketu 11, moving towards obstacles and 2 and 6 cusp per sublord. This is comparatively better than this because Mars is favorable, but moving towards CST CSL grouping is bad. This is bad. So being 8th Lord having got this grouping is bad. So we can make the difference between Sun and Mars. Mars I can give light pink. It means unfavorable on the higher side. So that we can differentiate these two. And Rahu planet is fifth occupant. Five alone is not bad, but 5 alone we cannot take it is favorable also. The second planet is Saturn. He's got 5, 6, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. All are good houses. Though 5 and 9 are present, but all are having favorable grouping to the Lagna and also for the event. There is no 8 and 12 grouping are present. So because of that, 5 will get the support of all the planets. So since only 5 is there, so we cannot take it as favorable. Like green, we cannot give. Whether we can give light green because occupying fifth house, but supported by Saturn. But since it is only 5, I feel we can give a blue color. Because blue in the sense, okay, it is favorable, but with some weakness are there. So how to differentiate Ketu and this? Ketu is good, but second planet is weak. So let us, while we are going to analyze the table, then we will differentiate that also. We can easily differentiate with the grouping. Rahu is fifth house. Because it is having no favorable grouping, we are giving blue, right? Or we can give light green also, but to differentiate from other light green, I am giving that blue because 5 alone is there. Suppose any planet in the star of 5, the Rahu, it will suppose that good planet, favorable planet in the star of Rahu, it will support for change, right? So we can give blue color. Now this is supportive for the change. Then Jupiter. Jupiter is 4th Lord, 7th Lord, occupying 8th house, 9th occupant, close to 9th house, and 2, 6, 10 cuspal star Lord. This grouping is good because of the 8 and 9, close to 9th cusp and 2, 6, 10. This is good grouping, and because of this one, I am giving that we can give that light green because of the favorable grouping. More unfavorable is not there. 4, 7, 2, 6, 10 cuspal sublord. And 9th occupant also, this is favorable. Only because of the 8th house, I'm giving that the light green. You can see there is no such grouping of planets only with the favorable without 8th house, without the 5th house or 9th house. But within them, without the unfavorable grouping, if they are present, without the unfavorable grouping, with the favorable grouping, 5th house or 9th house are present, we can give light green, right? Then Saturn. Saturn is 5th Lord. I already discussed. Very good grouping. So definitely we have to give green color. Because of the 5, I'm giving that light green. Otherwise, we can give dark green also. Then Mercury. Mercury is Lagna Lord, 10th Lord, occupying 8th house and 3, 7, 11 cuspal star Lord. This is also good because of the 8th house. We are giving that light green. How to differentiate this Mercury and the Saturn? Saturn also green color. I have given light green because this 5, 6 grouping and this grouping is supportive for change. This planet is supportive for change. This planet is talking about it is supportive for the Lagna and also for the professional prospect with some obstacles. So within the green also we should be able to differentiate. But we could see that which are the planets are having some weak significator. Which are the planets can cause change of job. Ketu blue. No, this will not give change of job. So blue color we have given Rahu 5. It can give change of job, right? So 5 is supportive for change of job. Then what else? Then Venus is 299. It is not strong. 5 is important, and it is supportive but not strongly. And what else? This can favor for a change of job with obstacle, but it can favor. So Sun is pink. And Mars also is pink, but this will not give any favor in change because this is not good. So Sun is good and Rahu also good, and Ketu is become just occupying 11th house. I feel this Ketu we can give. Just a minute. We can give Ketu also light green because it is occupying 11th house. Second planet only weak. Then we can see when only we can differentiate between the Ketu that blue color planet. Blue is Rahu, and Sun is pink, and Mars also pink. Only these three planets are having some strong unfavorable or can cause change of job. That Sun can, and Mars to some extent, but not very strong, because this is not good. And what else? What else can change? Then Rahu and Saturn. Saturn is also good planet for change of job. So we can take the Saturn, Rahu. Rahu represents Saturn. They can cause change of job, right? So that way we can take this. Saturn I have given green color because of the favorable grouping. Because of the 5, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, all are present. So that planet can cause of change of job because it is also 5 and 6 cuspal lordship. So we can, within the colors also, we can differentiate, but still within green color also, there are some sort of difference in the signification. So anyway, when we are going to study the self-significance, in the level-wise study, we will discuss, right? So now we could see Sun and Mars and Rahu has got some weakness, and all other having favorable houses with some, obstacle, but Saturn is having favorable with change causing. So that way we can take Saturn is a change causing key planet. Saturn is a change causing key planet. Rahu also change causing key planet. And what else? Sun is also can give change, but with the troubles. And Mars can give troubles, which can support for change, but it is not favorable. So that way we can have these planets, right? So in that case, what I feel, Saturn also we can give blue color for the identification. Rahu is change causing, Saturn also change causing planet. Blue color means it is favorable for the change, right? And but there is a difference between Rahu and Saturn that we have to keep it in mind. Anyway, let us, when we are going to study, we will see that. Otherwise, what we can do, Rahu we can give light blue. Light blue means it is also supportive with some unfavorable. You can see this one. We can differentiate between Rahu and Saturn. Rahu and Saturn we can differentiate. And Sun and Mars are with 8 and 12 grouping. Rahu and Saturn without 8 and 12, but having got, fifth house and other favorable grouping. Other planets are having favorable houses with the some weakness. So that way, while we start giving the colors, while comparing within the planets, when we compare, we can better give some colors for our easy identification. That practice only I have given now. Anyway, I think you would have understood. So now let us go to the main page and check the destiny and the dasa periods. Let us assign the colors and let us go to the home page. Let us go to the home page. Now we are on the home page. Let us examine the destiny and also dasa bhukti periods. Let me open that self-significators. And let us open that natal chart. Both. Now what we have to do, we have to check the destiny. 10th Lord is the destiny. 10th Lord is Mercury, and 10th sublord is Venus. Venus is the 10th sublord and 10th Lord is Mercury. Let us check both the planets. Mercury is 10th Lord. Mercury in the sign of Venus. Venus in the sign of Mercury. So 10th Lord and 10th sublord both are in sign exchange where they are well connected. So that we have to keep it in mind. This Mercury and Venus both are well connected. Mercury in the star of Sun. Sun is having this pink mixed key planet, and 12 level again light pink. It is strongly mixed planet on the unfavorable side more. So that 10th Lord is afflicted by the star level planet and 12 level planet, but sublord planet is favorable. It is good. It means what? 10th Lord is having some weakness, supportive for the profession, for the abroad related things, but it is the 8, 9, 8, 12. 8 and 12, and again star lord of the star lord in this grouping, this is not good. It indicates some weakness are there where Lagna is going to experience, 10th house is going to experience, but sublord is fine, it is supporting somehow, right? Then 10th sublord planet. 10th sublord is Venus. Venus is fine, it is green color planet only. And Venus is in the star of Rahu, it is blue, it is talking about change. Change, which 10th sublord 2995, sorry, 29910 in the star of Rahu, supportive for change, and 2A level planet is light pink. It is indicating some weakness, but only at the 2A level. And sublord is again that Venus, it is favorable. So 10 sublord planet in the star of a planet, it is supportive for the type of profession into IT, but it is also supportive for changes and challenges, right? But sublord is Venus, that is fine. So when compared to the Mercury, this is better. So that destiny planet is under the influence of the unfavorable key planet. What are the unfavorable key planet? Venus is connected. Venus is conjoined with the sun. Sun is unfavorable, right? And Mars is where? It is Mars is there at the 2A level planet. So Mars, moreover, you can see Mars is aspecting to Rahu by 8th aspect. So Mars is influencing the Rahu. So that way, Mars role is also there, and but not directly, but 2A level and also supports. So that Sun and Mars both are present as unfavorable key planets for the Venus, for with the trouble-giving planets. And the favorable key planet for change of job is Rahu and Saturn, right? That we have to keep it in mind. Now, the unfavorable key planet, we have checked that Sun and Mars, these are the strong unfavorable, and favorable for change is Rahu and Saturn. That also we checked. Now, let us examine the Dasa Lord. Dasa Lord, I was telling that native was running Jupiter Mahadasa. Now he is running Jupiter Mahadasa. Let us check how the Dasa Lord Jupiter is having favorable or it is indicating any unfavorable. Let me clear this one. Jupiter Dasa is green color planet. And Jupiter in the star of Mars is indicating that Jupiter is going to experience some challenges and changes also. Star Lord of the Star Lord is supportive for change. Sublord also it is supportive for change. So that way, that Mars planet, of course, it is going to aspect this planet. So that way, unfavorable or strongly influencing the Rahu also. But since it is supported by Saturn, 12 level also Saturn already there, and it supports for change, right? So that way, that Jupiter planet is Dasa Lord is supportive for some struggles and changes. So that Jupiter Dasa is supportive for change of job with some obstacles, that we are able to see that. You know that when the Dasa Lord itself is strong enough, that it can do its change of job, it can be done during its own Bukti. Here Jupiter itself star level having got weakness, and moreover Jupiter is also conjoined with the sun, another unfavorable key planet, but 2A level sub-level planet are favorable. So because of that, it is supportive for change. So when Jupiter itself is having some star level planet strongly unfavorable and influenced by other unfavorable key planet Sun also, in its own Bukti, it can favor for change of job, right? So Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bukti itself can give the change of job. So other than the Jupiter Bukti, what we can check, which are the Buktis can, under the Jupiter Dasa, which are the Buktis can cause change of job or troubles in the job. So we can say change of job. So what are the planets? The planets to act as the Bukti Lord, they should have the unfavorable key planet which are influencing the Jupiter, like star level Mars, and the Jupiter is conjoined with the sun. That sun, both sun and Mars are the unfavorable. Both are influencing the Jupiter. So the planet which are having both these key planet in the primary levels, they will give trouble under their Bukti. Saturn is not having. Look at Mercury. Mercury having got sun in its supports, right? Mercury is conjoined with the sun. So Mercury and Sun are conjoined, and it there in what else, that where is Mars? Mars already there here, but sublord is Mercury supportive, so this is also supportive for change. So Jupiter Dasa, Saturn Bhukti will not give change. Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bhukti can give change. Ketu Bhukti will not give change because Ketu star level, everything is fine. Sublord only it is indicating obstacles, but it is not strongly supportive for change, right? And Venus Bhukti, whether Venus is going to favor for the change of job. Venus is not having that unfavorable key planet Mars or Sun in the ruler straight away, but they're under the influence of that unfavorable Sun and Mars. But this is indicating some supportive signification, but not strongly like Mercury. So let us now stop with this Mercury, because we are going to discuss about the Jupiter Dasa and Mercury Bhukti only. So Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bhukti, when we study Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bhukti, because I said in its own Bhukti it can favor for change of job, it is weak. In Jupiter Bhukti, which Antra is supportive for change? When Bhukti is weak, it is having mixed signification. Definitely Antra should be supportive only. It should be supportive for change causing key planet. What are the change causing key planet? Rahu and Saturn are the strong favorable key planet for change causing key planets, right? So in that case, that planet should have the Rahu and Saturn, and also other unfavorable key planet which is influencing the Jupiter, that is Mars, also should be there. But Mars being 8 and 12 significator, it should not be playing role at this primary level, especially star level and sub level, because that can give obstacles, right? In that case, Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bhukti, and Mercury cannot act as the Antra. Mercury cannot act as the Antra, but Mercury can act as the Bhukti Lord under the Jupiter. Bhukti Lord it can act, but under that Bhukti Lord of Mercury, in favorable Antra with the supportive key planet, it can favor for the change. But act as the Antra, Mercury is not strong enough because it is having unfavorable grouping. Sun is playing role at the star level straight away, 2A level also that Mars is present, so that is not good. Ketu is not going to favor. Look at the Venus. Venus also favorable only, all planets. Mars is playing only at the 2A level planet. So Jupiter and Venus, their common planet, Mars is only at the 2A level planet. But otherwise, it is supportive for change of job. But that impact of the Mars is not straight away present in the important levels, right? It is should have the key planet which is afflicting or trouble giving planet to the Jupiter, that also should be playing role. Along with that, other strong favorable key planets should be playing role, right? So that way, this planet is not having that, Venus is not having that. Mars in the, in 2 level is fine, but all the other planets, or you can see Jupiter, Venus, Rahu are supportive for change only. Let us keep this Venus in waiting list. And next comes the Sun. Sun star level Mars, it is not going to favor. So Sun is as Andhra Lord, Sun will not favor. Moon will not favor. And look at Mars. Mars planet itself is the star lord for Jupiter and trouble-giving planet to the Jupiter. And Mars in the star of Saturn, favorable key planet. So 3, 8, 10 in the star of this one, all are favorable. So this way that you can see that Mars planet in the star and sub of favorable key planet, 2 level also favorable. This is also favorable in giving the change. Now, Venus and Mars are the two planets are favorable. Rahu in the star level Mars, no, it will not favor. Sub level also Sun. This also will not favor for change of job under its Antra. Either Venus or Mars under the Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bhukti should support for the change of job. I think you're able to understand which one we have to check now. Out of this Venus and Mars, Mars itself is a star lord, that is a direct ruler link, and that planet in the star and sub of favorable key planet, it supports for the change 3, 8, 10, moving towards all these things favorable. What about Venus? Venus also good and the source and star level planet is Rahu. Rahu is supportive for change, but when compared to the star lord, Venus star lord Rahu, that Saturn better than Rahu. Rahu is only occupying fifth house, but Saturn is change causing key planet. So that role of Mars also there. Saturn also favorable key planet at the star level and sub level is playing role. That is the favorable key planet of the Dasa Lord also. That way, Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, and Mars Antra can give the change of job, right? So the native got the change of job during Jupiter Mars in September 2017. So that Jupiter Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, let me write it down. Jupiter and Mars in September 2017 change of job, first change of job. After that, Jupiter is over, then Saturn Bugdi was running. Jupiter, Saturn, we already discussed, it will not favor for any change of job because it is good and also not having the under the influence of the Mars or Sun in the rulers. But Mercury definitely will give. Mercury planet is good, two levels, Mercury is present, and other unfavorable key planets, trouble-giving planets, Sun and Mars are playing role here. So the Antara Lord should be free from these unfavorable key planets, but they should be there either in the in the secondary levels or in support that planet which are giving trouble to the Mercury. That Bugdi Lord should be there, but not in the primary levels. We have to keep it in mind. Sun and Mars both are present, but favorable key planet Mercury role should be there, right? But here we can see Mercury is a free planet, so its role is limited. So if you look at that birth chart, which are the planets are having, even already discussed whether Venus or Mars, both only these two planets are favorable for change of job, right? So we already selected Mars under the Jupiter Bugdi. Whether Mars under the Mercury itself can favor for change of job or Venus, that we have to check it. So out of these two, which is better? Then what is the connection between the Dasa Lord, Bugdi Lord and the Antara Lord? If you look at that, if you open that birth chart, you can see, already I said also, just a minute, that Venus and Mercury both are in sign exchange. Both are Venus and both Mercury are they are in sign exchange, and Venus also conjoined with the Sun. So Mercury and Sun are conjoined, and Sun is the planet which is influencing Mercury, and Venus is conjoined with the Sun also. Conjoined with Sun, no, Venus, not Venus is conjoined with the Sun, and Venus is sign exchange with the Mercury, and in the sign of Venus only Sun is present. So Sun is getting the influence from the Venus is getting the influence from the Sun and also Mercury. Both the key planets, favorable and unfavorable, both are afflicting that Venus itself. And star level planet is Rahu, supportive for change, because 10th sublord in the star of this planet is supportive for change, and to a level Mars is it is playing role. Mars is as a supportive unfavorable key planet is playing role at the supportive level, and again Venus has come. So when compared to the Mars planet, Venus is well connected to the Bugdi Lord Mercury by way of sign exchange, and also that Venus star lord Sun is also connected to the Venus because Sun is in the sign of Venus only, and all other planets are favorable. So because of that, in Jupiter Dasa, Mercury Bugdi in Venus Antra, the native got the change of job. Right? So under the Jupiter, Mars has favor. Under Mercury, Venus has favor because of the pilt connection and connection between the Bugdi Lord and the Antara Lord by way of pilt connection, right? Their connection between these two planets. And within that Venus Antara also, because Mercury Venus is going to be a little longer period, within that Antara, which Sukshma, the native got the change of job, you know that in Saturn Sukshma. Saturn, because in the Antara Lord, which is the favorable key planet, giving the for change of job, that this Venus 2, 9, and 10. Again, Venus, 2, 9, and 10. So, Venus is a good key planet, which is the favorable key planet in that Antra. If you look at the Saturn is the change causing key planet in the star of Venus itself. So that way, in the Venus Buddhi and Venus Antra Saturn Sukshma, the native got the change of job in May 2021. So I think you are able to understand the beauty of the, key planets of Dasa, Buddhi's unfavorable key planet, and Buddhi Lord's unfavorable key planet, if it is having that Dasa Lord's key planet, how the impact, and importantly, Antra Lords, which are connected to the Buddhi Lord's favorable key planet for the both favorable and trouble giving planet, that Antra only is supportive for completing or executing the event. That is here the event is change of event. I think you are able to understand by your repeated study and casting the chart on your own machine, then you will have good experience. So we'll meet in the next video. Good luck.